Today on Star Challenge, we have Plano Senior High School versus Edmond Memorial High School.
Star Challenge is made possible by Texaco, where you'll find the new generation of clean gasoline. Clean System 3. Texaco, ardent supporter of the education of America's students. Our promise for the future.
Welcome to Houston, Texas, and the Star Challenge, where our nation's brightest high school stars test their academic skills. More than 2,500 teams accepted this challenge, with the finalists competing for top honors at Rice University. Which team will win? Now, here's your host, Mark Wahlberg.
That's me. Good luck, guys. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Star Challenge. We have 78 teams representing high schools from all over the country. We've narrowed it down to some of the top finalists. We have two great teams with us today, welcoming Plano Senior High School from Texas. Welcome, guys. And Edmond Memorial High School from Oklahoma is here today. Welcome to both teams. We're going to start our first round. Before we do that, teams, listen to these sounds. They're going to mean something to you. This sound means that this is a correct answer. This is what you'll hear if it's an incorrect answer. And this sound means time is up. Okay, in the first round, it's our warm-up round, and we'll ask questions worth 5 and 10 points. All players can ring in, but please wait till the judges recognize you before you answer. All right, good luck, teams. Let's get started. Your first question for 5 points. Name the scientists who pro-offered the following principle. Change in the motion of a body is proportion...
Plano Daniel.
Newton.
That's correct. On the board first. Here's a math question for 5 points. The diagonals of a quadrilateral are perpendicular bisectors of each other and are congruent. Therefore, the
Plano Daniel.
Rhombus.
Therefore, the quadrilateral must be a what?
Eric.
A square.
Both teams on the board right off the bat. It's going to be a good game. Here's a 10-pointer. What is the minimum percentage of a waiter? A minimum percentage a waiter should be?
Edmond Dave.
15%.
Tips for satisfactory service. 15% is the answer. The most egregious instance of genocide in modern times occurred in...
Plano Daniel.
Nazi Germany, the Holocaust.
Occurred in Germany during World War II and in what Southeast Asian nation following...
Edmund Ben.
Cambodia.
That's the answer, following the Vietnam War. A visual question, gentlemen, you can look at your monitor here in the studio. Dog-like muzzles are characteristic of this genus of primates. Name it. Baboon is the answer. Baboon. Number 10, for 10 points, excuse me. Crime does pay or it will pay, at least in the case of Michael Fay. How?
Plano Kyle.
He sold his story to TV.
You can take that answer. Good for you. Here's another 5-pointer. For 24 hours prior to his being moved to the Capitol Rotunda, President Kennedy's coffin was placed in the East Room of the White House. Jackie Kennedy requested that the details of her husband's funeral duplicate those of what earlier...
Edmond Memorial Dave.
Lincoln.
That's the answer. What earlier president's funeral? For 5 points, what percentage of the House of Representatives is elected every 2 years?
Plano Mark.
1/3.
Eric.
33%.
Answer's 100% every 2 years. Here's a 10-pointer. What movie contains the line, but some people without brains do a lot of talking, don't they?
Edmond Memorial Ben.
The Wizard of Oz.
That's it, Ben. Very well done. 5-pointer. What famous singer debuted with the New York Metropolitan Opera in 1968? Listen.
Edmond Memorial Ben.
Pavarotti.
Gianno Pavarotti is the answer. Here's a 5-pointer. What word beginning with A describes a climate in which precipitation is less...
Plano Kyle.
Arid.
And potential evapotranspiration. That's the answer. Good anticipation there. For 10 points, what industrial city in Scotland was the world's shipbuilding center in the 19th century?
Edmond Memorial Ben.
Glasgow.
That's right. Very well done. Another 5-pointer. What sport did George Will say combines the two worst features
Plano Mark.
Baseball. Of American life, violence and committee meetings.
Todd.
Football. That's right. Here's a 10-pointer. Arches National Park in Utah, overlooking the gorge of the Colorado River, contains a vast array of formations that look as though some gigantic sculptor had been at work. These are in the shape of arches, windows, spires, and tall pinnacles. How were they formed?
Edmond Memorial, Eric.
They were eroded.
More specific.
They were eroded by wind.
Well done, Eric. 10 points. This is a visual. You can look again at the monitor. Take another look at the baboon. Give me the medium of this 1932.
Plano Kyle.
Bronze sculpture.
That's right, by Paul Manship. Good. 5-pointer here, gentlemen. Which religious group's rules ban the use of electricity and telephone?
Edmond Memorial, Ben.
The Amish.
That's right. And that sound means one thing. Round one has come to a close. We are just about ready to start our second quarter of play, and right now the score is Edmond Memorial ahead with 70 points. Plano Senior High School a little bit behind with 30 points. Plenty of time to catch up when we get into our bonus category. But first, let's meet our players today. For Plano Senior High School, meet the captain, Kyle Stubbe, a senior, academic decathlon, also plays racquetball and soccer. He'll be attending Rice University in the fall.
Yes.
Best of luck to you, Kyle. Next to him, Daniel Kim, a senior, plays baseball and soccer, and will be studying biology at Johns Hopkins.
Yes.
Nice to have you, too. Next to him, Mark Ritchie, a junior, also an Eagle Scout. You work for the Video Yearbook, enjoys anything to do with motion pictures. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Glad to have you here, Mark. And next to him, rounding out the team, Roy Quo, a junior. You're a military history enthusiast, it says. Is that right, Roy?
Yep.
Also play tennis and ping pong, hoping to study business in the future. Welcome to all four of you. The alternate is David Kralik. The coaches, Laura Ritchie and Beth Smith. Plano Senior High School. Playing with them, the fine team from Edmond Memorial Senior High School, the captain, Ben Lyon, a senior, admitted to West Point. Congratulations, Ben. Be starting there next year. Next to him, Eric MacArthur, a sophomore, also an Eagle Scout. So we have a couple Eagle Scouts with us today. You'll be going to BYU?
Probably.
Probably, hoping to. Also a member of the National Honor Society. Next to him, wearing polka dots and looking fine, Todd Roby, president of the National Honor Society, valedictorian, and will be attending Yale in the fall. Congratulations, Todd.
Thanks.
Next to him, Dave Merle, chaplain of the National Honor Society, and you enjoy snow skiing, right?
Right.
Great. Glad to have you here. The alternate is Joe King. The coach is Gene Chase. Welcome to both teams. Time to play our second quarter of play. It is our... Oh, you know what? Before we get into that, let's let our captains tell us a little bit about their schools. Kyle, if you'll start, tell us about Plano Senior High School.
Okay, Plano Senior High School is located in beautiful Plano, Texas, about 20 miles north of Dallas. And as well as having the largest graduating class in Texas, we also have the most National Merit finalists in the state. And Plano offers an excellent array of college-level courses taught by dedicated teachers. Plano excels in both academic and athletic competitions.
Terrific, Kyle. Thanks for that. Ben Lyon, tell us a little bit about Edmond Memorial High School.
Well, Edmond Memorial High School is the first and finest of the high schools in Edmond, with 3 West Point appointees and 13 National Merit Scholars this year. But as well as the students, we have a fine staff. The great Steve Mathis teaching physics and the radiant Patty Harold teaching history.
Radiant.
Have really shaped me and Todd's minds, and I hope that they will have the same effect on my teammates Dave and Eric in the future.
Well, eloquently said, Ben. Thank you very much for that, gentlemen. Let's move on to our second quarter of play. It is our bonus round. We will ask a toss-up question. If you get that right, we'll then move to a category where you can earn as many as 50 points. For any question you miss, at that point, we'll let your other team get a try at it. Let's start with the first toss-up question. Good luck, folks. During the week ending January 9th, an Andrew Lloyd Webber musical playing at the Schubert Theater in Los Angeles.
Plano Mark.
Sunset Boulevard.
That's correct. Plano Senior High School, you get your first category. It is subatomic particles. There are now 6 types of quark recognized by nuclear physicists. Name any 4 of them. You'll earn 5 points for the first one you can name, 10 points for the second, and so forth until you're incorrect. Fire when ready.
Charm and what else? Top gun.
Begin your answer, please.
Charm. Down. Top. And
Answer?
neutrino.
3 out of the 4. Chance for Edmond Memorial to pick up points here.
Strange.
That's it. Well done. Good job. Here's another toss-up question. This one will be for a category. Money will be the category. Here's the toss-up. What was Dr. Livingstone looking for in Africa?
Edmond Memorial, Dave.
Source of the Nile.
That's correct. Good for you. Now, Edmond Memorial, you get a chance to answer these questions on money. Your 5-pointer. Other things equal, is it better to be a borrower or a lender of money during times of high inflation?
It's better to be a borrower. A borrower.
That's exactly right. For 10 points, what is the marketing term used for a consumer's unplanned purchase of a product?
Your answer?
Impulse buy.
In the nick of time. Well done. Here's a 15-pointer. Why does a second mortgage carry a higher interest rate than a first mortgage?
So that the bank can still make money.
Not the answer we're looking for. Plano, you get a chance to get some points here.
You have to remortgage. You have to mortgage the first one. Because you have to mortgage the first mortgage.
The answer we're looking for, it's a greater risk to the lender, the second mortgage. All right. Another toss-up question, gentlemen. In Greek mythology, Hippolyta, Penthesilea, and Tiope were all what?
Edmond Memorial, Eric.
Amazon.
That's right. All right, Edmond Memorial, your category for this is music history. For 5 points, the Romantic era in music encompassed most of which century?
19th century.
That's right. 10-pointer. He married his second wife, Anna Magdalena Wilkin, in 1721, and they had 13 children together. Name this prolific composer.
Bach.
That's right. For 15 points, in European music, the Mannheim School marked the transition from Baroque music to what?
Wait, would it be Rococo?
No, classical.
Classical.
That's right. For 20 points, under the pressure of his nearing isolation from the world of sound, Beethoven voiced his despair in what document?
Your answer?
The Edict of Beethoven.
Helgenstedt.
For 20 points, Plano, do you know the answer?
The Helgenstedt.
Say it again.
Helgenstedt.
I'm going to ask the judges to help me with pronunciation on this.
Heiligenstadt.
Heiligenstadt Testament. Close, Kyle. Very well done. Here's another toss-up question, gentlemen. It's a music question. Listen to some Native American flute music and name that tune.
Plano, Kyle.
Amazing Grace.
That's right. Very well done. Plano, your category, fruits of language. I will name a fruit in 3 different languages. You tell me the fruit in English. In Turkish, limon. In German, zitrone. In French, citron.
Orange.
Not correct. Edmond Memorial, a chance for some points here.
Lemon.
That's right. And that sound means we've come to the end of our second round of play. Time for our third round of play, but before we do that, let me tell you that all the questions you hear on Star Challenge are provided and authenticated by Questions Unlimited of Columbus, Ohio. Let's take a moment now to meet our distinguished panel of judges. Firstly, Chip Beal, Executive Director of the National Academic Association. Next to him, Mike Mastandria, Director of Score Unlimited. And rounding out our judges' table, Cheryl Claypool, staff writer for Questions Unlimited. Round of applause for our judges. Thanks for being here. All right, right, players, time for our third round, which is our 60-second round. You'll have 60 seconds to answer questions in 4 categories. Here are your categories now. Abraham, Alexander the Great, Henry V. The fourth is a mystery category. You'll have 60 seconds to answer as many as you can. 10 points for every correct answer. If you get 10 correct in 60 seconds, you'll get a 20-point bonus. If you miss, your opponents will have a chance to pick up the ones that you missed. At this time, the scores: Edmond Memorial 160 points, Plano Senior High School 75 points, which means Plano, you'll get the first choice of categories, and we'll listen to our captain, Kyle.
We'll take Abraham.
Abraham, all right. Here are your questions. Set the clock, please, now. Abraham was the ancestor of members of what ethnic group?
Jews.
The Arabs traced their ancestry to Abraham's oldest son. Name him.
Isaac.
Isaac.
Name Abraham's other famous son.
Ishmael.
Ishmael.
Name Abraham's most famous grandson.
Jacob.
Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob are collectively known by what term, which means founding father?
Patriarchs.
During what millennium did Abraham live?
1000 BC millennium.
1000 BC.
More specific.
The 2nd century BC.
2nd century BC.
During his early life, Abraham was called what?
Abram.
Abram.
Name the city of Abraham's birth.
Ur.
Abraham left Ur and traveled west with his wife and his nephew. Name them both.
Lot and Sarah.
Time is up. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 correct answers. Correct, judges? 5 for 50 points. Well done, Plano Senior High School. Edmond, you'll get a chance to pick up some points here, too. First one. The Arabs traced their ancestry to Abraham's oldest son. Name him.
Ishmael.
That's correct. Name Abraham's other famous son.
Isaac.
That's right. During what millennium did Abraham live?
0 to 1000 BC.
And I believe we started the 9th question. Correct, judges?
You might want to give the answer to that one, though.
Why not? They deserve to know. The question was the 2nd millennium BC. That was the answer. And the 9th question that we did not get to: Abraham left Ur and traveled west with his wife and his nephew.
Sarah and Lot.
And that's all that we got to in that round. Well done, Edmond Memorial. All right, your category, Edmond Memorial.
How do you guys feel about Alexander the Great? Dave? Okay. Alexander the Great, please.
Alexander the Great it is. Let's put 60 seconds on the clock now. Alexander was only 20 when he became king of what country?
Macedonia.
Who was Alexander's father?
Philip II.
Alexander lived during which century?
5th century BC. 5th century BC.
Young Alexander acquired a love for the works of what poet?
Homer. Homer.
2 Greek orators confirmed Alexander as son of which god?
Zeus.
He founded what great city in Egypt?
Alexandria.
As a boy, Alexander tamed what beautiful and spirited horse that no one else dared touch?
Persepolis.
Say again?
Persepolis.
When Alexander was 13 years old, he became a pupil of what philosopher?
Aristotle.
The ambitious young king continued and carried out his father's plan to conquer what land?
Persia.
In 330 BC, the death of what Persian ruler left Alexandria king of Asia?
Cyrus the Great.
8 out of 10 correct. Thank you, judges. Chance for 2 of them, Plano Senior High School. The first one they missed. Alexander lived during which century?
BC.
Is your answer?
6th century BC.
No, the answer is 4th century BC. The other question they missed: in 330 BC, the death of what Persian ruler left Alexandria king of Asia?
Akbar? No. Sargon.
It's Darius III. Darius. All right. Well done, and that wraps up our 3rd round of play. Time now for our 4th quarter of play. It all comes down to this. Right now, Edmond Memorial, 270 points. Plano Senior High School, 125 points. Fourth quarter coming up, though. Plenty of time to catch up Plano Senior High. It is now time for our Stump the Experts round. Questions are worth more because they're a little bit more difficult. They're more on a college level. Are you ready, gentlemen? Here we go. Your first question for 15 points. What month do you suppose is the title of this painting by American George Inness?
Edmond Memorial, Ben.
Fall.
Daniel?
September.
June is the answer. Here's a 15-pointer. Someone flies on a direct line plane flight between the Asian capital of Kabul and Kathmandu. Name the four nations.
Edmond Memorial, Eric.
Pakistan, Afghanistan, India.
Name the four nations over which...
Roy?
Afghanistan, Pakistan, India, and Nepal.
Those are the four over which she would fly. Here's a 20-pointer. What man was involved in the planning of the Bay of Pigs invasion under John Kennedy and...
Edmond Memorial, Ben.
Dulles.
and the Watergate break-in under Richard Nixon?
Mark.
Letty.
E. Howard Hunt is the answer we were looking for. For 15 points, which MS-DOS command enables the user to connect the directory structures of two disk drives? No one wants that one. Join is the answer for that one. 20-pointer. Who wrote the following lines? There is no frigate like a book to take us lands away, nor any coursers like a page of prancing...
Edmond Memorial, Ben.
Oliver Wendell Holmes.
of prancing poetry.
Daniel.
Melvin.
Emily Dickinson wrote that. 15-point music question. Here's an excerpt from a concerto. I want you to identify the featured instrument and the period of music history represented.
Plano, Daniel.
Trumpet, classical.
That's a good answer. Well done, Daniel. For 15 points, give a dual classification of the following sentence as simple, compound, complex, or compound, complex, and declarative, interrogative, imperative, or exclamatory. A gourmet restaurant in Columbus is one where you leave the tray on the table after...
Edmond Memorial, Ben.
It's declarative and it's compound complex.
Daniel.
Declarative and compound.
Declarative and complex. Close. Here's a 20-pointer. With which political party would you associate Zulu leader Mangosuthu?
Plano, Kyle.
Inkatha Freedom Party.
Correct answer for 20 points. Well done. 15-point math question here. What conic section is represented by the equation the quantity of x minus 4 squared over 100 plus the quantity of y plus 5 squared all over 64 equals 1?
Edmond Memorial, Todd.
An ellipse.
That's correct, Todd. Here's a 20-pointer. Finish this doxology. Praise God from whom all blessings flow. Praise him, all creatures.
Edmond Memorial, Todd.
Praise him above you, heavenly host. Praise Father, Son, and Holy Ghost.
Well done. 20-point visual question. Look at the monitor. A collection of whose paintings opened at the National Gallery of Art on May 8th?
Plano, Kyle.
Miro.
2 minutes left. Eric.
Chagall.
Willem de Koning is the answer. Goodwill Zwelithini is the king of the what?
Plano, Kyle.
The Zulus.
That's right for 20 points. Here's a 15-pointer. What act was passed in 1790 to determine how many delegates each state would have in the House of Representatives?
Edmund, Dave.
The Census Act.
That's correct. Here's a 20-pointer. Lord Byron, in the opening stanza of a famous poem, writes, "My hair is gray, but not with years, nor groweth white in a single night, as men's have grown from sudden fears." From which poem is this stanza?
Plano, Daniel.
Don Juan.
Eric.
She Walks in Beauty.
The Prisoner of Chillon is the answer. For 15 points, in the Spanish colonies of the New World, there arose many large estates on which Indian laborers, while not...
Edmond Memorial, Dave.
Haciendas.
That's right. For 15 questions, an audio question, this sportscaster, who now handles Olympics, nationally televised golf, basketball, and football events, got his start on WFAA TV in Dallas. Name him.
2.1 seconds left.
Edmond Memorial, Ben.
Vern Lundquist.
That's the right answer for 15 points. Here's a 20-pointer. Of which Dutch philosopher was it said, he laid the egg which Luther hatched?
Edmond Memorial, Ben.
Erasmus.
That's right for 20 points. Another 20-pointer here. What character from the Canterbury Tales was a clergyman licensed to grant indulgence?
Edmond Memorial, Ben.
The Partner.
That's right. Another 20-pointer. Into which gulf bordering Lagos and Cameroon does the Niger River empty?
Edmond Memorial, Dave.
Gulf of Guinea.
Yeah, that's right. That sound means time's up. Looking to the judges for an official ruling on the match. It is official. Edmond Memorial with 410 points. Congratulations, you win the match. Well done. Well done. Thank you, Plano Senior High School. That is all the time we have for today. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time with more Star Challenge. Bye-bye, folks.
Star Challenge was made possible by Texaco, where you'll find the new generation of clean gasoline. Clean System 3. Texaco, ardent supporter of the education of America's students. Our promise for the future.